15 years after the end of Sri Lanka's civil war against liberation tigers of Tamil Eelam and death of its leader Velupillai Prabhakaran and his entire family, representing Prabhakaran's family, his eldest brother Velupillai Manoharan has urged Tamils around the world not to get deceived by the fraudsters who had been earning billions of millions of dollars selling the brand name of Prabhakaran.
I'm Karthic Manoharan. I'm living in Denmark. I came to this social media because of my uncle, Velupillai Prabhakaran. I'm his elder brother's son.
Denying all possible attempts made recently to resurrect the only daughter of Prabhakaran, Dwaraka Prabhakaran, the family says it's important to give due respect to the dead and urged the Tamils not to get duped by the defectors of real cause of Tamils in Sri Lanka. Representing the family of Velupillai Manoharan, his eldest son Karthic Manoharan joined Daily Mirror to expose major fraud and well-planned scam carried out to extract money from the sympathisers of Tamils and Tamil cause in Sri Lanka. You are part of, you are also victim of the war. Your family, family. How do you feel about it? Because your movement has been restricted.
That's sure, but we have to live like that. No, we don't have any choice because we were watched more. We didn't have any peaceful life. I hope so, when compared to other people, because in India we have to always go for a residence permit or something like that. Every year we have to go there, get that, and we have to live our living there. And my dad was not allowed to stay in India. He has to move to another country to work for us. And he worked in Singapore, Malaysia. He was a bosun. He worked in ship, sailor. And he only visited us so many years after he will come and visit us. So it's not a quiet life we had there. But only from 1998, we all lived together here in Denmark in peace. I hope I have to say.
And you said your dad had to go. When you say had to go, I mean,
that means in India he didn't have any chance to have any business or start a business or something like that. He had always problem there because of our nationality and the relationship with my uncle. So for example, Tamil people, even our relations, they will come and invite us for a wedding. But when inviting, they will say, here is the invitation, and if you don't come, so we will not take that as a mistake. So that means you don't have to come. Here is your invitation, but please don't come because of our safety. So like that. So we have to understand those things, because they didn't want any problem caused because of us. So yeah, like that my childhood was. And we were all alone with Indian friends, I have to literally say.
You had a very restricted, isolated life.
Isolated life, because I don't have any friends here in Denmark, so I don't want to create any problem in their families. For example, if they have a friendship with our family, so they will even avoid them, because they don't want this Tamil tigers here in Denmark. They don't want us to inform or tell about their what they are doing here in Denmark against Tamil people, or what they are doing with that money. They don't want all this information to carry to my uncle. So that's why they don't want any Tamil people to talk to us, or they want to avoid us. That's the thing they did here in Denmark.
Did you get a special place from your community, not from any Denmark government, but from the community, from the Tamil
community? No, it's not like that. But people who loved my uncle, they respected us, respected my family. So that's quite true. But those who were acting here, So they avoided us. That's the thing. And they don't want another person from my family to come in the front place. So they always wanted to have us in among people, and not and we didn't even like to sit in the front row or something like that. But okay, anyhow, we didn't expect anything from them, but we expected a little respect. That's the thing.
After 2009, they must have had commemoration on for war heroes. But did you ever get an invitation, or were you part of any of?
No, they didn't do anything here in Denmark, and even I questioned my parents. Okay, so they don't want to tell my uncle or my aunt or sister Dwaraka's death. They want to hide it from the Tamil people because they use my uncle as a brand. I said, so they want to raise money in his name. So they don't want to know that they don't want to announce that he is dead. Right. So that's the thing. But I asked my dad why they are not even respecting my brothers, because they were both dead in Sri Lanka. So that's not a hidden one. So each and everyone knows that. So why they are not even respecting them for example, they do the Martyrs Day on 27th November. So I always question my parents why their photos are not available there, why they are not still accepting. It's like quite 15 years, 14 years. Yeah. So we always had a question like that. But in 2009, we were informed from so in the Danish TV and news, right? Yeah. That my uncle's family and we lost everyone there. Right. But after that, I think 2 weeks later or something like that, so we had a phone call from I think Malaysia or somewhere else that my uncle is alive. Okay. And then we got a phone call from Singapore that he's not anymore. So it's quite confused. They confused us. And and even after 1 year, we found that my grandparents, they are both there in Sri Lanka. One day after my grandpa's death. Yeah, so we thought that my dad thought that all 7, they were all dead. My uncle's family as well as my grandparents, they were all dead in 2009. But in 2010, my grandpa passed away. And then we got the news from Sri Lanka that he's there in a camp and he died there, and my grandma is still alive. And then we got some contact with my grandma, and my grandma told that my uncle's family is no more. And so we came to know from her.
So is there, other than from your grandma, is there any other way you confirmed that this entire family was dead?
Yeah, because from 1998, we had telephone conversations with my uncle's family. It's quite like my aunt used to call my mom, and we all talk together. And even after 2003, my grandparents moved to Sri Lanka from India. So we had more conversation with them because they lived with them. So and my uncle's type is not like that. He always used to take care of his family. He used to call and talk to my dad about their parents, and he always cares about his family. So many people think that he's away from his family, and it's not like that. Because of his situation, he wants us to live a safe life. If they know that he's in contact with us, so we will get some problems. So that's why he avoided meeting us. He didn't want to meet us. So that's the thing. And it's not like he hated us. So he was continuously caring about his family. He was caring about his parents. And so after my grandpa passed away, so if he was alive, he would have called us. Yeah, it's so many people now, they are saying that he's talking with them for 3 hours, 4 hours, like that. They are all creating some rumors. But if he is alive, so he would have contacted my dad. Yes. At least for 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So it's a quite a big issue, right?
So what's the purpose of these people want to keep your uncle alive?
Because in 2009 they collected money for the war,
Okay.
and I know that they didn't send any money to Sri Lanka,
Right.
or to Tamil or this war or something like that. They used it. They dumped here in Denmark. They had I think from 2012 they started using it for themselves. Yeah, and quite common. So it's 14 years now, and they have used all the money, so they need money now. So they have a brand that's called Prabhakaran.
Okay.
So he will be 70 years old by 26th November.
Okay.
So they cannot lie to Tamil people anymore that he's going to come back and he's going to start a fight because of his age.
Okay.
So they want to it's obviously we all know that my brothers, they were both dead. So they have only one chance, that's my sister. So they don't so they have just planned that, okay, we will tell that my sister is alive, and we can fundraise in her name, and then we can get back our luxurious life.
Right.
Yeah, I hope so, because we asked for a DNA. If that's my real sister, what's the big issue to just take a DNA and prove herself? That's all. Okay. Simple. That's simple. 27th November, she appeared on TV.
Okay.
But within a week, she can come and do the DNA. She can prove herself, and she can then continue her fundraising and everything.
Right.
But what's the reason for even not contacting us?
So now that it has been proved, like they have investigated on it, and so they have proved this is completely fake.
Yeah, fake, because they proved that money fundraising. They showed the video, right?
Yes.
And it's the same person who appeared on the TV, and they gave that special speech. The same person, 95.3%. It's the same person.
Right.
And and I'm asking if she is my sister, so what is the big issue to come and do a DNA? If my uncle and aunt is alive, then why they are not showing their face to Tamil people? My uncle fought for Tamil people, right? And now he's afraid of Tamil people. Why he's not showing his face to Tamil people? And even for example, these fundraisers, this mafia gang, we have to say, they criticize my uncles, those who fought with my uncle, right? They are criticizing them. But if my uncle is alive with them, how would he permit these people to do these things? So that's our question. So if he is alive, how he would allow these things? My uncle had a huge respect on Tamil ladies. So everything, he had a perfect things there, Tamil community, right? So they are criticizing, they are calling names and everything here. They are these people, those who say that they are in contact with my uncle. So how is that possible? How would he appreciate all those things? So that's the main question. So this is the single thing can explain us that he is no more. If he is there, he would have questioned them, and he would not travel with them if they are like that. And the sad thing is, Nedumaran and Kasi Anandan, Sivaji Lingam especially, he's in Sri Lanka, and I don't know how that's possible for him to travel. And if he, for example, what Sri Lankan government has to do is, they have to punish that Sivaji Lingam, because he knows if they catch him, he would show my uncle, because he saw him, right? He has spoken to my sister. And how is that possible for him to travel from Sri Lanka to India, from India to England, and then back to? He's telling that he spoke to my uncle. He's going to meet him. He has contacts, and is he doing some human trafficking? Because he even told in an interview that he's the one who helped my aunt's mom, or even my grandma. Yeah, he took from there, right? He helped to travel from Sri Lanka to Malaysia. And even he said, and another thing is, my aunt, my uncle's wife, she has an elder brother, elder sister, and a younger brother. Younger brother is already dead. But Shivaji Lingam, he told that along with her mother, he took brother's family, and he left all of them in Maldives. So is he doing some human trafficking?
And what's the last time you had your contact with your cousin brothers and cousin sister, and also uncle and family?
I'm not sure. I don't remember so much because it's in 2008 end, or it's 2009 starting. We had a New Year or something like that. We had our conversation, and after that they had some problem there, and they have to move from place to place, and they didn't have any connection there. So we were before that we had we have some appointments like that. Okay, we will call in 14 days, or we will call in 21 days, like that. They will inform us, and we will wait for their telephone call. Okay. But after this period, so it was quite obvious that they had some problem there. So they cannot do any appointments. Okay. So we will always wait for the telephone, and my parents used to avoid all the visits and outings here in Denmark. Instead, they will sit at home and they will wait for the phone call, because they were both worried about my grandparents, because my grandma, she was paralyzed, and she cannot move immediately without any help. So that's why they were both worried, and even my uncle called for the very last time and talked to my dad what we have to do with the parents, because we have a very bad situation here in Sri Lanka, and I don't know what to do with the parents because of their age, and and it's also quite impossible to send them to India in this situation. And my dad was very worried about them, but he told, okay, so you decide, because they cannot be treated especially, or no special care will be given to them. We know that. So you decide what you will decide for other people. Right. So that's the only thing we could say. Otherwise, because we had no other way to help them. Right. We cannot, because anyhow they have to come outside of the Sri Lanka, right? But that's that was quite impossible that time.
How did your family, especially your father, went through this really difficult period?
Especially on that day, my dad went to work, and he was at work when we heard all these news. So we were quite worried, because he has a high blood pressure, and it's a very hard situation. We couldn't even inform him. We couldn't even phone him and tell him. Right. So we have to just wait at home until he comes home. Okay. He doesn't have a driving license.
Okay.
So he used to go to work with his friend.
Okay.
So they have to both come back home. Okay. Otherwise, so we waited until he returns back, and we even prayed God that nobody should tell him before he comes home. And 5 of them, they were dead, and we don't know anything about our grandparents. Even his uncles, my dad's uncle's family, they all passed away, and so many of them, they died, and we didn't know how to console him. Okay. But anyhow, he came back from work, and we informed him, and we told that we will wait for some news somewhere else. We will get anything. So we were just waiting, but no use.
There were also photos of your youngest cousin first alive, and then there was no more.
Yeah, that's right. It was a quite hard story what happened that day. just he, all four they died, and only one was left. And he was hoping to. He was only 12 or something like that. 12 years old, 13 years old, I hope so, at that time. And yeah, he was just hoping for. Yeah, he came to surrender or something like that. But anyhow, they didn't give a chance. They just shot him dead. So that's yeah, it's a heartbroken thing happened in our life. Yeah. So we didn't expect that. We thought that, and he's a child, so he will be excused and he would get a chance to live. We thought that, but he didn't get like that.
But other than what you hear, was there any specific information you got about him? What happened to him? Did you get from any other source, like
Yeah, we got. My aunt passed away. My sister passed away, and yeah, they were all dead because of the some, and only my youngest cousin, he was left alone there. So somebody taking care of him took him along with them, and along with them to just leave him at a safe place, or even I don't know, maybe I don't know what would have happened to him. They could have protected him and took him somewhere else, and I think they would have let us know about him, and we could have taken care of him. But anyhow, they found out that he is Prabhakaran's son, and he was shot dead. So that's what we heard from the source. 12 years old, so they took him along with them like their own child to protect himself.
So when you say them,
I think the people, they moved from there. Some soldiers, families maybe.
when you say there was some military or
I think public. I mean public, or maybe some soldiers' family, maybe.
soldiers. When you say soldiers, is the Tamil soldiers?
Yeah, Tamil soldiers' family.
Right.
They like after all these the war was stopped on 2009, right? 17th or 18th May. So
Yeah.
after that, they have to move from that place, and they have to come and they have to surrender. And I think they public, they took him along with them. So he was all left alone. Parents were all dead, and siblings, they were also dead. So yeah, he was left alone. And I think because of the war, they were all even separated from in different places. They couldn't live together. So that's the thing. That's the thing I hope would have happened.
So if I come back to these people who are collecting money. So this was started immediately after the war, I suppose, 2009.
No, they were doing this, for example, here in foreign countries. So they support the war by giving money to Tamil tigers. That's quite normal. But when I came to Denmark, I came to know all these things, because in India, I didn't meet anything like this. But only from 1998, even my I think they even asked money from my parents, and they supported. So we know that, and it's quite normal here, because they have to have food, and we have to even help people in Sri Lanka. So its fundraising was like that. But anyhow, in 2009 they collected a lot of money. It's like a very big amount they collected here from each family, and it's like that. Yeah.
And the money collected after the war, I mean, what do they were supposed to? Where do they supposed to go?
In 2009, you mean?
No, after 2009. So after 2009, the war is over.
Yeah, and all the money collected in 2009, they didn't send to Sri Lanka. They had it by them. They had it here, and then after some, they waited for a few years, and after that, they started using it for their own families. We couldn't even we could even see a tremendous difference in their own life.
Right.
They struggled before in 2009, and immediately they bought houses. They had luxurious cars and everything there. So we thought, okay, how is that possible for them to get all these money from? Then we realized, okay, so they didn't send any money to Sri Lanka. They just uh, had for here, and then now they are using it for their families. And yeah, they were quite used to live like that from the very early age. So they don't want to lose their luxurious life now. So that's why they want to collect money. So they want someone to be there to show them, okay, he's alive. And what for example, I live in here in Denmark, so education free here in Denmark, medical free, and so we pay tax and we get all those things free from government. So if my uncle's family, for example, if they live here in an European country, so why to collect money? They will even get all these benefits from the government. So they don't have to collect money and live here in this foreign country. So I don't have any point of collecting money in their names. That's why we yeah, we wanted to put an end.
Yep.
And we did this on 18th May 2024. My father respected my uncle's family, all five together, because he wants to stop all this nonsense. Because yeah, no more collecting money in the name of my uncle's family, or yeah. So if they need money, so just they can go and beg for the money. Otherwise, they can ask, my family is suffering, so please help us. They can ask like that instead of telling that my uncle is suffering, because he is no more. He didn't have a life like that. He didn't have a single thing. He didn't buy anything. He didn't ask anything. He lived you know, right, how he lived in Sri Lanka, in the forest and everywhere like that. So he doesn't need money. So they don't understand that. And if he is still alive, he won't even live in this type of money. And if that is my own sister, she will not do like this. So it's not in our blood.
Who are these people? I mean, there are so many diaspora organizations. Do you know who are these people, and can we name them?
Yeah, here he's a joker. I hope so. His name is Shrish Kandaraja, or that the one who is always representing this fake girl. And he, for example, he will talk for 45 minutes in his YouTube video, and he will have a sentence. My uncle is alive, and he will talk for 45 minutes only on a single line. So he's talented like that. But yeah, even he said in that SRF TV documentary or interview, he told that I believe that they are alive. So if he is quite sure, and if he is in touch with them, he has to say, I know they are alive because I talk to them. I have a contact like that. He should have told like that. But he tells like, I believe that they are alive. So nobody has seen them. They're just telling that we saw him, we called him, we talked with him like that. They create. I think they are hallucinating.
And but the only issue is, people like Nedumaran, Indian politician.
Yeah.
So they went on. He too went on with same story.
Because, for example, in India, my Danish kroner, one Danish kroner is equal to, I think it's 11 or 12 Indian rupees. So if you send money to Nedumaran, he will talk for you.
Now that you know the hard-earned money of the Tamils around the world are being played out by certain section of Tamil diaspora, what is your message to those who genuinely want to help the Tamils community in Sri Lanka?
All five, they were all dead. So we have to accept that, right? And then we have to respect, and we have to leave them like that. So we have to move on. So we have to live our own life. So nobody is going to come and take care of everyone. So we have to take care of ourselves. So from now on, they have to move on, and they have to, what my uncle wished, or what his aim is. Tamil people has to live a happy life, a safe life, like that, and they can help each other. People living here, they can help people suffering there in Sri Lanka. Like that they can help and have a happy life. But instead of wasting their money in bad hands, I hope, this fundraising and everything. So instead of that, I want people to help their home country. They can, yeah, even their own families or their friends' families or those who in need, they can get these help instead of wasting their money here. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know who he took along with her. Which I don't know the family because elder brother and elder sister living in Denmark. Younger brother dead, but Sivajalingam told that he even helped my aunt's brother to live with his family. So I don't know. So yeah, so the government has to take some steps, and I think these people, they are creating the trouble for Tamil people. They have to be punished. Yeah, that that Kasi Anandan, he told in an interview that no one has to question Dwaraka, and nobody can ask about her DNA because he knows that that is Dwaraka, because he took her when she was a month or something like that. She was 6 months or like that as a baby. He carried her only once. So he is quite sure that that is Dwaraka. So how is that possible for him to to tell like that? It's a DNA, it's a family thing. So my aunt, they are both alive, and my dad is alive. So Dwaraka can come and do the DNA, and she can prove herself. She has to prove herself. If she's not going to show her parents, then she has to prove herself. But yeah, so now I hope people understood the truth. But if they are still going to get fooled, then that's their problem. We cannot help them. So they can give money, and they can they can live their life like that until their death. We cannot help them.
And I just forgot to ask about what is your I mean your family's opinion about the ethnic crisis in Sri Lanka? What should be the solution, and how it should come?
Yeah, but that is yeah, we don't have any answer for that question right now, because even we cannot come back to our country and have a happy life there. We have to live here anyhow.